Hi members, Jake here from the Queanbeyan Pro Shop. In our last newsletter we touched on the subject of drivers, technology and what makes a difference to how your ball performs. We thought we'd do a pretty fun test and compare some older technology to some of the newer technology, but also some of the top drivers from 10, 20 years ago to the top drivers now. So we'll head up to the first tee and see how they go. So the first drivers we're going to try out of the Ping. I've got the ISI Titanium, which is from about 10 years ago, and the brand new G model, which is getting launched next week. This driver here is actually a driver I used during my traineeship, and at the time I think recommended retail was about $900. So we'll see how these go. Right, now we're going to give the brand new G driver a hit. Now we're going to try the Callaway clubs. I've got an original Big Bertha here, which is about 20-25 years old. The Great Big Bertha, which was one of the original titanium drivers, and also the brand new Great Big Bertha, which has only been on the market for about 6 months. So we'll see how these go. With the original Big Bertha Warbird, so we'll see how this goes. Going to give the Great Big Bertha a go. I think from memory these retailed for about $1,000 when they were first released, about 15-20 years ago. And now we've got the latest Great Big Bertha. It's only been on the market for about 6 months. These have been very, very popular, so we'll see if we can get a bit more distance. Alright, so for our final test, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We're comparing the #1 driver from about 20 years ago, used by Greg Norman and Tiger Woods, which was the King Cobra. Many of you would have had this driver in your bag at one stage, to now what a lot of people think is the #1 driver on the market, which is the TaylorMade M1. So we'll see how these compare.
Yep.
So now we'll give the TaylorMade M1 a go and see if we can pick up a bit more distance again. So I've hit them all pretty good. We'll go in the Pro Shop and see what the numbers
Okay,
say.
so we've got some pretty interesting numbers here. The shot 1 there is the original Ping driver from about 10 or 12 years ago, the Ping ISI, and shot 2 is the G series, which gets launched next week. We've got club head speed, you can see, picked up on the G series, mainly because of the weight of the club and also the aerodynamics in the head. Then we've got the technology in the head helping out with the ball speed as well. You can see that's jumped up a bit, as well as with the club head speed. Now the spin rate, you'll notice there, is lower as well, so what we're getting is trying to get a higher launch with lower spin. Even though the launch angle was a little bit down on that second one, you can still see I picked up 23 metres. Now if we go to the Callaway, unfortunately we didn't pick up the Great Big Bertha, but we did pick up the Warbird, the original one, and the brand new Great Big Bertha. You can see a huge jump in club head speed there, then also the ball speed jumping up as well. Now what's interesting here is I didn't actually catch the Great Big Bertha anywhere near as good as I caught the Warbird. You can see the smash factor there has come down, and I've got more spin on the Great Big Bertha, but I've still picked up another 17 metres in carry distance. These are all carry distance, so you can see we're picking up a fair bit of carry, and then once we get a bit of run on that. Now the last ones are the King Cobra versus the M1. You can see here again I didn't quite catch either of these off the middle, but the club head speed was down on the King Cobra to 117. A bit slower with the M1, probably getting a little bit tired there. But you can see again the ball speeds jumped right up. Spin was fairly low on the M1 compared to the King Cobra. Launch angle was down. I did have that set at the front setting, which gets the launch lower and lower spin. And you can still see I've got 277 distance carry with low spin, so I'm going to nearly run out to 300 metres there, whereas with the King Cobra it's probably going to stop at about 265, 270. So what we worked out from hitting these and seeing in the numbers is we can see the swing speed obviously picks up in the newer clubs because of the aerodynamics in the head, the weight of the shaft, which then gets the ball speed up as well. So we're going to pick up a bit of distance. We averaged between 15 to 30 metres per club from the older equipment to the newer equipment. It would have been pretty interesting to see what an old Persimmon would have done. I guess the big one with the newer drivers is the forgiveness. We know we can hit them anywhere on the face and we're going to get pretty good numbers, better spin rate and a better launch angle. So just to keep in mind, over February, March, we've got plenty of fitting days on. Mizuno, TaylorMade, Titleist, Ping and Callaway. So book in for any of them if you wanted to try out an old driver versus a new driver, and hopefully you can see numbers like I did.